Tobel Realocha, Tsaposiape here. Shoo, yeah, it's been a long day. Otherwise, Legrand, Nagi Sharp, and hope you guys and girls are good as well. So there's been a lot of graduations that we've been seeing. The graduation season has come and gone, and we've seen how people celebrate and show their joy of finally meeting that milestone that they've been gunning for all along. Yeah, some beautiful scenes that we've seen on social media. So, yeah, but once everything quiets down, then real life kicks in. And the lucky few will enter the world of work, and the unfortunate many will form part of the unemployment statistic. So I'd like to talk to you, the young professionals, the ones that are going to be entering the world of work. Yeah. So one thing that I can tell you is, you'll be very lucky if you get to apply more than 20% of what you land at tertiary. You'll be very lucky. The world of work, it's another planet compared to where you were during your academic time. So when you come in the world of work, you'll be placed, in a professional department depending on what you've studied, and you'll come across other professionals, and you'll be exposed to the organizational culture there. And you know how professionals are, how very compliant, very governed, very politically correct. They know what to say, they know when to talk, and they know when to talk. So they're very good when it comes to managing politics. And you'll also get exposed to the business language as well of the organization. And that's the first experience that you're going to have when you enter into an organization. So as part of your development, you'll go through a graduate development program that is going to give you an insight into what happens, what do people with your qualifications and expertise do. And this program will start at the shop floor. So you'll be thrown to the cold face, where things are happening, where the tire hits the tar, and that's where the rands and cents are made that are paying for everything, including your salaries and all your stipends. So when you get to the shop floor, it will be also another completely new world compared to what you were exposed to when you initially entered the company and you were hosted in the professional department. When you go down there, all these things that you've kind of learned and you were inducted on with regards to the organizational culture, the business language, those things down there don't really mean much. And you find yourself having to adjust to the culture that you're going to find there. And also, the business language doesn't hold much. So there'll be some adjustments that you'll need to do to be able to function in that environment. So the stuff that you learn at school, it focuses more on the technical aspects of your profession and all that stuff. And also, when you get to the organization, your program will mostly talk about or will focus more on aspects where you are required to understand the process, understand the inputs into the process, the variables, the outputs, the levers that you need to pull to influence the outcomes and then the outputs and all that other stuff. And it hardly talks to what you're going to experience when you get to the shop floor. So when you get there, as I've said, it's another cultural shock. So you get there, you meet people that are not concerned about political correctness, and they are not concerned about, being very well governed and honoring fully the business language at hand and all that stuff. So that's where you actually come across real people, if I can put it like that. Those are the people that are making the difference. Those are the people that are making sure that today, outputs are met and companies thrive. And that's a very good place to start, for you to be exposed to how organizations normally function. And once you've been through there, you'll have an appreciation of the different functions of the vertical slice of an organization. So you'll be exposed to diversity. You'll be exposed to different demographics. And you're most probably a millennial. And you'll be exposed to anything from millennials all the way to baby boomers. So you'll basically be working with people that are same age as your parents or even your grandparents. So a very interesting environment. And you'll come across people that are speaking different languages. And for you to be able to become part of the team,